What's going on, everybody? This is KJ and NYGreedy's first ever episode and his Sports-Tok, just like TikTok. So we have much planned for you guys today. Cannot wait to start this first episode. But we actually have our first guest, and it is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Lex Anderson.
Thank
How you
you.
doing, Lex?
I am honored. Thank you, McCoy. Thank you, Austin, for the invite. I am honored. It's a privilege to be your first guest on what will be the first of many wonderful, historic episodes in the podcast realm.
How's everyone doing tonight?
For sure. We're honored. So if you guys don't follow Lex on TikTok, he is, you have to. He's a hilarious dude. He talks nothing but facts about all the sports teams he follows and everything like that. And he honestly just shuts up the haters and everything. So, I mean, that's what we all need to do, and just leave the haters to themselves and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess we'll start off with what's up, Austin?
I said sometimes the haters need their own little cave to go
That's
into.
right. So I guess we'll start off with some questions first. But yeah, what made you start Sports TikTok in the first place?
Well, I had started Sports TikTok because sorry, that's for Austin, right?
No, that's for you.
Okay, yeah. All right. So before the pandemic hit, I was on YouTube.
Right.
And when the pandemic was going on, obviously the sports had stopped. So I was actually talking about the esports. Then, Dana White got the MMA going on. But the views and the comments just weren't there. And I saw Gary V, you need to get on TikTok. You need to get on TikTok. But during Trump's presidency, remember he kept saying, I'm going to get rid of TikTok. I'm going to get rid of TikTok. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to, continue with the YouTube thing. And then when he lost the presidency to Biden, again, seeing Gary V, TikTok's the new wave. I'm like, you know what? Let me pack it up and try TikTok, which I found was better because I could drop more real in-time TikToks and, say what I have to say within the 30 seconds to 1 minute. And then, I just kept doing my thing, and here we are.
Right.
Awesome, man.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
So what are your favorite professional teams, from NFL to NBA, for anything, hockey?
Oh, yeah, sure. So for me, New York Yankees, Lakers in the back right there.
Nice. I like those jerseys.
Thank you. I used to work in the NBA's retail division. That's why I have so many jerseys.
That's awesome.
People are like, you have, you're always wearing different jerseys. Well, when you had an employee discount of like 40% back in the days, and I mean, back in the days when Dipset was hot,
Right, yeah. Was that part of the NBA store, or was that just the actual like NBA itself? Or
at the time, the NBA store was owned by the NBA.
Right, yeah.
So that's when in my latest TikTok, I had shown me going to 2 All-Star games because the star employees got to work NBA All-Star events.
Oh, wow. So you went to 2 All-Star games then?
Yeah, 2010 and 2011.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
What were your favorite moments from both those All-Star games?
The one in Dallas because the one in Dallas because when I stepped into the arena, Jerry's World at the time, to see the TVs,
Jerry's
like
World.
Nothing is so mind blowing than to step in that stadium. The TVs are the size of the TV is the first thing that hits you, honestly.
Right.
So now that has been surpassed by the SoFi Stadium and their TV, I've got to get to SoFi.
Oh yeah,
one way or another.
That place is insane. That place is just insane.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I don't know if you know, but Jerry is behind that too. Actually, the Rams moving.
Really?
Yeah. Jerry Jones pushed that.
Huh. I didn't even know that.
Which I'll tell you about a little bit later. And
that's fun.
In 2011, the hot job was to do player transportation. So I got that. So that meant that I was there to, I was the guy like holding up the sign when you come out the airport, but for the players.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
wow.
So I don't know if, when you watch the Laker games, that tall hotel that looks like a rocket ship, Like,
yeah, I know you talk about.
yeah, I got to stay at the players' hotel because I had to be ready to pick them, the players, staff, family from LAX airport.
That's amazing.
Wow. So were you like the limo driver, or was it like something else?
No, right, yeah, because I don't have a license, right? Again, all I had to do was just hold the sign and escort them to the car that was waiting for them.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's still pretty cool. I mean, still not even having a license to still be able to do that. I mean, that's pretty dope for sure. But also with that, were there any like certain players that you like started to like maybe like have like a friendship with, or maybe got to meet?
Well, again, my claim to fame is that I got to walk next to Kobe Bryant.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, and it was like
that is insane.
Well, first of all, in 2011, that's when the Big Three had formed, right?
Yeah.
So
in Miami.
Right. So when I touched down, they had finished playing the Spurs, because remember the Thursday into Friday night, so we still had to wait for players coming in Friday night. So, I called my boss literally the minute I touched down. I'm like, I'm at the hotel. If you need anyone to do any pickups, put me on. And he's like, okay, we'll be doing a midnight run. So you know how they rap about the Clearport, the private airports?
Yeah.
We were out there. And I'm like, oh my God, like the adrenaline rush, like there was no jet lag, And so like I'm just standing there and I'm like, good evening, Mr. James, Wade, Bosh, here's your cars. And dudes is fist pounding.
That's crazy. That must have been an awesome moment.
Like it really was, because it's like it was like, well, number one, I'm 6'3", right? So
wow.
I'm not intimidated, like I'm not a fan, you know what I mean? And the NBA is very strict. They were like, if you, and mind you, again, this is 2011, right? So we don't even have Instagram yet. Like I'm using like a little palm like phone, like a Trio,
I know what
the flip phones, yeah.
Right, so like there's really no recording or social media, you know what I mean? So but just being a professional, so it's like and doing the position, like I was in every kind of SUV, like the Escalades, the Denali's. I'm like, yo, this is a life that I could get used to living, even as an employee, because
for sure.
The way technology has changed over time.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
From when the little flip phones to now where we're got all sorts of
it's insane. But that is pretty crazy. I mean, to think that you were able to like be around those guys and just do certain things and just be able to be in their presence. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, to hear about Kobe Bryant, that's really cool, because I mean that really is cool to hear, because I mean I live in the area of where Kobe's actually from. My brother went to Lower Merion High School, so and Kobe's original house is literally 5 streets away from me. So
really, that close?
Oh yeah, very close. So Kobe's always been one of my favorite players, and my dream was always to meet him. But sadly, obviously, a tragedy happened with him and his daughter and all those other passengers in the helicopter. It was sad as heck. But wait, what the? 1 second. How did he get in here?
Remove him.
There
we go.
Okay, jeez.
There.
Somebody in the backstage. I was like, "What the? We're just interviewing one person." I don't remember it. I don't remember asking anybody else to join in. But okay.
Are the hackers doing their thing already?
I guess so. The sheeples, I guess.
Trying to crash the party.
They're trying to crash the party for sure.
Alexander.
What's up? You want to ask also?
Is it okay if I call you Alex, or do you like Alexander?
Oh yeah. Either or is fine for me. Whatever works for you.
Okay, so a funny story. Alex, from where I live up like in upstate New York area. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I'm from like that era where what's his name? Oh my God, why can't I think of it?
What's the sport?
I'm from the era Carmelo. Carmelo.
Oh, Melo, yeah.
Melo, okay.
Because he played for SU. Then I don't know if there's anyone really else that's like famous from around my area. That's like the only person I know, Carmelo, being around here. Like, just hearing about him and like him playing so close to me, it's like wow, he played that close to me. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy like that sometimes.
I never got to meet him. That was because I'm not a Syracuse fan, so
Understandable.
Yeah.
So
I think we all have that in common. We all hate Syracuse, so.
Well, North Carolina here, so
is that your college basketball team?
Oh yeah, North Carolina for
basketball. I forgot that he's a UNC. Austin actually didn't tell you what fan he is.
I'm a Duke fan. I'm a Duke college.
Really? Oh, for
yeah. How funny is that?
I mean, like, to be honest with you, I kind of had an idea, to be honest, that they were going to lose the championship game because, I'm sitting there with my girl and I'm like, yo, if these dudes don't come out hot in the second half, they can lose. Because I saw them blow a 26-point lead to Baylor, right? Mm-hmm. So what's 16 points? So when that other team came out and did the slam dunk, I'm like, uh-oh, they're setting the tone.
I know Austin in his head right now is like, oh my gosh, don't remind me.
I could say some stuff about UNC. I'm just gonna.
It's all good because you know what?
No, I'm a respectful and loyal fan to people. So.
Well, no, I respect the loyalty and stuff, but I tell you one thing: what do you guys do when your team suffers a bad loss? Because I know me, I turn off the TV and I go straight to bed.
Exactly, that's what I do. Exactly.
So with me, what I do is. Same thing. Turn my TV off, but I'll go cry in a pillow. Suffer my pain, right?
Yeah, I mean you got to sometimes, but let's
Hey, Philly news.
What's up? Yeah, Philly news.
He has a question actually for Alex.
Oh, he's got a question. All right, yeah, we'll do some questions.
He says, "This is for Alex. Who's better, MJ or LeBron?"
Ooh, MJ always.
Yeah, exactly.
MJ's always.
I agree.
As a matter of fact, can I add on to that?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if people know. I talked about it in the TikToks, but I'll just reiterate it here. Jordan had 2 3-peats, right?
Right.
This we know.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first 3-peat, I believe he missed 6 games, regular season and postseason. Okay?
Right.
The first 3-peat. 3 years. Total of 6 games missed, regular and postseason. The second 3-peat, he missed 0 games.
Yeah.
And I'm big on attendance. I'm big on attendance. Like,
you want to be there.
Like, with all due respect, and mind you, I'm way older than you guys, right? Because everybody's always calling me, oh, old man, why you an old man on TikTok? Even though, and, well, let me not side.
You're probably not that old. It's just people saying that.
Well, it's funny that people call me old, but yet you listen to people on TV who are 50 plus years old.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
What's that show? PTI? Those dudes are like over 65.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Grandkids and everything.
Right, but I'm an old guy, right? Okay, so.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing is that, today's players, right? I've tried to grow with the game, But the one thing that I can't understand is for all, like you said, with the technology, right? For all the improvements, players like John Morant, you're wearing sleeves, you're wearing knee pads. Like these dudes are coated from head to toe. You bump knees and suffer a bone bruise, and you're out for the rest of the playoffs. And I respect injuries, as they happen, but it's just sad that today's age has none of the durability that the players in the 90s used to face.
Exactly.
So that will like remember to just a sidebar with another sport. Remember with the Rams when Aaron Donald suffered torn rib cartilage?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And the media's like, well, he'll still play. And everybody's like, oh, he has a 99 in Madden. Right? And I'll never forget that game because I'm like, no man can play through torn rib cartilage. And then what happened? When the game played, they're like, oh, the coach will allow him to come in when he feels like he can play. But what did you see later? The game clock is winding down and he's on the sidelines crying because he knows that he couldn't do anything. But, the media tries to trick us. That's why I'm always screaming media manipulation, because they want to show him pushing sleds with over 1,000 pounds. Yeah, but you're not doing that now because you have torn rib cartilage, okay?
Oh, my God.
Right.
So, Alex, So I know you're a Yankees fan. I know you're a Lakers fan.
Steelers.
Steelers.
Oh,
Yeah,
Steelers.
answer your question, JJ. He's a Steelers fan. Yes.
Okay, so how do you feel about you guys picking up Kenny Pickett?
I feel it's good. I definitely prefer him to Mason Rudolph, number one. Okay. But
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah. The sad thing is that whenever I think of Mason Rudolph, all I think of is that Browns player hitting him over the head with the helmet.
Myles Garrett. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. It's
my neighbor who's a Steelers fan. That's all he talks about the Myles Garrett thing. He's like, I hate Myles Garrett for that.
Well, it's sad that that's all I remember you for, because when Big Ben went out, was lost for that season. Remember when he suffered that non-contact injury?
Yeah. Yep.
That was Mason's time. Right. That was his time to prove that he could do something.
Right.
He did nothing, and the Steelers did nothing either. Like, for example, for the first time in my life, I had watched the NFL draft past the first round to see if the Steelers would take Jalen Hurts. Remember, I was TikToking about that.
Yeah,
and it's like you see Jalen dropping, but you don't take him. But yet you sign, rest his soul, the late Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
that sucks.
Yeah,
it does. So you know how they talk about the NFL being a copycat league.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I blame the Patriots for the Steelers, and you're probably gonna be like, what do the Steelers have to do with the Patriots? Right. Because the Patriots kept signing Tom Brady, right? The Steelers were doing the same thing. Like, why are you? I can see if you imitate a technique like a defense or an offense, but just because the Patriots are keeping Tom past 38, why are you doing the same thing when you should be building for the future? So even though the Steelers signed Pickett, believe you me, as a fan, and McCoy knows I keep it real and I'm realistic. I really have no hopes because they didn't build for the future. So to me, great, but I'm not expecting anything past a 500 season, honestly.
What do you see? What is your record prediction for you guys then?
Oh, I said it, 500.
500?
Yeah.
So was it? Oh, you keep on going. What were you saying?
Oh no, because not everybody's going to come out hitting the ground running like a Joe Burrow. That's facts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And unfortunately, our society has, win now is great, but you can't win now in the NFL. You always have to build towards it. I don't know if you saw an NFL story on Troy Aikman, but again, I was alive to see it because I'm an OG, right? Like that 1 in 15 season, Troy Aikman lost 11 straight games on that 1 in 15 season. Did you know that?
Wow.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
So can you imagine with today's social media, a starting quarterback, right, picked fresh out of college, losing his first 11? And the thing is that Jimmy Johnson said to Troy, don't worry about it. It's a work in progress. We're going to get better. Like, ultimately, you need someone to believe in you, and that was before social media. So imagine today,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, also to back what you were saying, too, I remember someone was recently telling me, they were like, if social media was, oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, Austin, I think you put the link in the chat. Now there's a bunch of people joining in.
I didn't mean it, though. I totally forgot.
Yeah, delete it if you can, but we'll keep these guys in just for now. We'll bring them in eventually, but oh, my gosh. Oh, jeez.
Is it getting crowded?
No, it's just there's a certain person that I did not know was going to join in, but he is here. But he is something else.
There ain't no. Oh wait, Nick, hold on. He said I put the link.
Oh, you put the link in? Why did you put the link in?
Oh.
Did you put it in Discord?
Oh no, I didn't put it in Discord.
I don't know why.
I don't know how it.
It popped up. It says that we put
Yeah,
in.
it says it's out there. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
But
But
proceeding. Let's just keep moving.
yeah,
on.
it's all right. Here.
So, question, right?
Yeah.
How
You
many
got a question for
people?
me?
Yes, question for you. Yes, Austin. How many people can you let in on this thing?
I think it's 10 or 12.
Yeah, we can let in 10, but we were really just gonna let you in and just
It's
talk.
just for like me and him to interview people, kind of.
Yeah.
So like you,
Right.
we don't want people coming in and ruining it and stuff.
Yeah.
No, of course, understandable. But that's pretty impressive. Like 10
Right.
people.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
can't. I mean, there are certain parts that you can actually have, like, I mean, you can have less than 10. Like, actually, I didn't have the premium, and now I have it. So I think, like, before I could, like, put in, like, 7 or something. Now it's, like, 10. But,
That's cool.
But, yeah, back to what I was saying. Somebody was just telling me recently, they're like, imagine, and you're probably alive for this, but imagine social media was around when the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row.
That was crazy.
Like, imagine social media was around back then. That was like to lose 4 Super Bowls in a row. I mean, I feel horrible for Bills fans for that. Like, it's just
well, let me tell you something. Well, back when the newspaper was the way of reading,
right.
that's when it was on the 4th one that the rumor started that the coach, I'm forgetting his name, but they said he suffered a heart attack on the plane, and they were like, no, the coach did not suffer a heart attack. But I'm like, he should. Well, no, I don't want to say he should have, but
right.
But believe you me, to sit through and watch a team lose 4 straight Super Bowls will always forever be amazing to me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And devastating. Devastating.
So, sure. Let's see. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. You have any questions for KJ or I? You can ask us.
Yeah, sure. Like Austin, what would be your claim to fame or your origins for what you're doing now sports wise?
So are you talking like what motivated me or
yeah like
yeah
really honestly it was I think myself in a way just motivating because once I finally got TikTok and then I got Instagram before I got TikTok, as funny as it sounds, and I saw like who just KJ. So what motivated me was once I got Instagram, I saw like all these people doing content and stuff, and I'm like, sports content, anyways. And I was like, you know what? This seems cool to me. I want to start my own like content page, TikTok page. I want to try getting some content out there to motivate some other sports TikTokers out there. And yeah, I've been kind of busy with the content stuff. I'm finishing up schooling and I'm working, so like I haven't had the time to get a lot of content out lately. But during the summer, I'll have some good content coming out. Hopefully, is the goal. It's
That's
just
great.
It's a grind and it takes forever.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's really what motivated me was, and then I had some like other motivators like KJ, my buddy TMGF, and just other few fellows, and even you, Alexander. Just talking to you, you motivated me to do some more.
Thank you. And of course, my boy McCoy, main man, following me since day one, right?
That's right.
You definitely be living the dream, though. You go to a lot of games and stuff, so like, you have a lot of real life experience.
I tried to for sure. What's up?
I'm trying to get to meet KJ, like go to a Mets game.
Yeah, we still haven't met in person yet. Me and Austin still not met.
Funny as it sounds.
It's crazy. But I'm just like, you know what? We should start something up, like a podcast or something. And I mean, here we are. But honestly, for me, it's just I'm always trying to just get to as many kind of sporting events I can. Just trying to, and I mean, a lot of my viewers really like to see me there and stuff like that, and just like seeing like, oh my gosh, like this is an experience or whatever. So I just try and really just like show like I'm just a fan as well. So I'm nothing too special. It's just I'm a fan as well. So that's all it is. But yeah, one of my other questions too was I wanted you to give us like the origins of like, because I know like some people I know that they like to say they're like, oh, Lex is a bandwagon, but obviously you're not. Like I know you're not a bandwagon, but like you're loyal to your teams and everything like that. But what were each reason that you chose each team? Like, I just wanted to ask that.
That's a good question.
Oh yeah, sure. So being a New Yorker, right? You know, obviously people have this, oh, you should be, you should only root for the teams of where you live,
Right.
Never really understood that because, again, it's America and we have choices, So obviously in my formative years of growing up, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I didn't have cable until I moved out and started living on my own, So like all those hip hop things you heard about, like Yo MTV Raps and stuff like that, I never saw any of that. So, and of course the NBA used to be free on TV, NBA on NBC, Channel 4, all the good stuff. So as a New Yorker, I've always wanted the Giants to do good for for the city, for football, obviously. So, the Steelers came out of my love of watching more games. And it's like, oh, this is the team that I like, with the defense, the color scheme and stuff like that.
Right.
And the Lakers, of course, came, watching TV, NBA on NBC, even though at the time they got swept by the Pistons, like that's how far back, I think that was 89 or something like that,
Yeah.
But it's like, you like the Showtime vibe. So my formative years were kind of like as Kareem was heading out the door, pretty much, So that's what and of course, the Yankees have always been the Yankees because the Bronx is, again, my formative years where I was, growing up and stuff like that. So,
So you're from the Bronx originally then?
Born in Harlem, but then, the elementary years from fourth grade in the Bronx.
Okay, that's what's up. Because I've been in the Yankee Stadium. I was there about, I think it was like 4 years ago, and I saw a Red Sox-Yankees game, and it was legendary for sure. So, I mean, just to see that whole stadium and just how they operate everything there, it was just like, you got to have respect for it for sure. So I was just in awe as just a fan. So it was crazy though.
Yeah, because the cathedral, right? Like, it's like the minute you step in the lobby, you're like, oh my God, like.
Exactly. Well, that's pretty cool though, because I mean, usually it's a certain player or like a certain vibe they have. But for you, I mean, it was pretty much just like the vibe, or like you were kind of just watching it and you were just like, okay, I'm choosing the Lakers and the Steelers. I mean, that's fine the way that you chose it. I think it's fine. But yeah, no, I just noticed like on Lex channel, there's a bunch of people saying, oh, he's a bandwagon. That always gets me pissed off because I'm like, Lex is not a bandwagon. He's obviously he's supporting his teams that he's always supported. So it's just like, you know what I'm talking about. So, right.
Well, it's kind of funny because the bandwagon thing was always put on me when I first started the TikTok thing, And at first, I was like, I wasn't expecting this kind of reaction because at the time, I was just the way you see my background.
Yeah.
When I first started, I was using my background,
Right.
But then someone was like, oh, you need to start doing the green screen thing. So I'm like, okay, let me try the green screen, which actually helps me too because I don't have to memorize the stats. I just, green screen.
Right there,
read off. Right. Just read off of it. So that definitely helped me put out quicker content because, I use TikTok for myself mentally and emotionally to like, speak clearly, convey information, memorize, because technology makes everything so shortcutish, So I would try to memorize my stats. But of course, my first viral TikTok, which you still see I have up, is the Ben Simmons. And I'm like, oh, I guess people do love the green screen. But at the same time, talking to close people are like, oh, people are obviously hating on your background because you have all these jerseys. Because remember when I first started, I would call people poor, like, you're poor, you ain't got no money, you're hating on my background. So
exactly.
Haters are going to be haters. There's no way to stop them.
Well, you guys like wrestling, right? Do we all love wrestling here?
I'm not so like a wrestling guy, but I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do they say in wrestling? Whether it's positive or negative, you got to get a reaction, right? So, so I will always hold the true sports fans like you guys close to my heart, and the haters can always go to hell because, we kind of need them. Well, we need them to lift us up. You know?
It's true. It motivates people. It's motivated me throughout like my whole life, to be honest. Like, I mean, for me, in high school, I struggled a lot with just like, I mean, I got bullied in high school, but honestly, those people that were saying, "Oh, you're not gonna be shit," that motivated me to just honestly just be like, "F you, I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna just prove you wrong." So honestly, the reason why I really started TikTok as well was just really to really just prove to myself, and then prove to others that I could just be whoever I am, and just really just show people that I'm not a phony, I'm not that or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's just to me, it's just fun, and I like doing this kind of stuff.
Prove the haters wrong.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, and you know, and agree, because when you do things that you love, right? There's no time on it, right? You know, so like that's why. Remember, like earlier when I was calling myself Mr. Real Time because I was dropping TikToks in real time, post games, and some nights feeling a little tired, like okay, I'll wait until the morning, you know,
right.
And it's like the beauty of TikTok, again, 30 seconds, a minute. You know, sometimes I'll go to 3 minutes if I need to get something out, and I don't care about the retention time, which is why sometimes I say in the beginning, I'm going over a minute and I'll keep it under 3, so that way you already know in the first 5 seconds if you even want to tune in, or hey, maybe you'll favorite it and come back to it, because as we all know, social media is a 24/7 cycle now. So that's the plus of social media.
Isn't TikTok up to 10 minutes now? I thought.
I did hear something about that.
Yeah, I haven't. I think they're unlocking the feature for certain people. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, me either. I haven't seen it either.
I heard.
But I would only use it if I wouldn't do a podcast. I tried. Set it up. I'm looking, seeing 1 click, 2 clicks. I'm like, okay, I'm obviously no Joe Rogan here. But I'll drop a 10-minute TikTok, for example, when the NFL season comes up, right? If you want to do a full day recap, that's the beauty of a 10-minute TikTok. You dedicate a minute to every team that played on Sunday and Monday. Oh, wait, Thursday, Sunday, Monday. So Monday night, you could drop that 10-minute TikTok recapping, or during the Sunday game. You know what I mean?
And don't forget the Saturday games, too. There are a few of them this year.
Right.
During the regular season?
Yeah, December 24th, which is a Saturday.
Really?
Some teams play this year.
Wow, okay. That's big.
Let's see, it's December 24th, I think it is. I'm looking. Let's see.
Oh, for the NFL, right?
Yeah, it's Christmas weekend, so
we're playing. The Eagles are playing the Cowboys.
There's 3 games that are on Christmas Day, but the rest are Thursday, Saturday, and Monday.
Now you see, thank you for that information, because I saw that on Twitter. And by the way, if you guys are or are not on Twitter, I would definitely recommend Twitter as a great news source for the sports stuff, Because like what you just made mention, which I saw on Twitter, that would be a great 10-minute TikTok. The NFL, for the first time, is on Christmas Day. Now, we all know that day mentally belongs to the NBA. So now the NFL is coming in. Like, I know that people in the NBA must be like, really? This is how you're going to do us?
Exactly.
And there's what's it called? There's Thanksgiving games, isn't there? Oh, yeah, we play.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. Yeah, there will be Thanksgiving.
Giants play on Thanksgiving this year.
And the Lions always play every freaking year for no freaking reason.
And the Cowboys.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Giants and Cowboys are on Christmas Day. Or not Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day. So
yeah. So let's get back to the whole kind of topic about the bandwagon kind of jersey thing, because actually, I mean, there is somebody who is I'm going to bring him in here, but he actually also gets the same kind of comments as well. And I think the whole thing is because of the jerseys. Matt Bear, I'm going to bring him in here now. Matt Bear has probably, he might even have more jerseys than Lex does. But Matt, you want to share what kind of goes on with your channel and why people might come at you, call you a bandwagon, stuff like that?
He's muted.
Oh, he's muted. Wait. He is?
Can you hear us?
Matt, you're muted.
Matt, you might have to leave and join back. We can't hear you.
Leave and join back. Or something. Wait, no, you're good now, right? Oh, what's going on?
I still can't hear him.
Jeez, wait. Let me.
Can you maybe hold up a sign for him that says you're muted or something? But wouldn't he know if he's muted, right?
I don't
Because
think
the mic would. The mic.
Let me try it now.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, because
There
I
you go,
have
Matt.
that voice mod thing downloaded on my PC.
Okay, that's why. All right, cool.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So yeah,
Did
they
you hear
call
what
me
I
a
said or no?
bandwagon.
Right.
Basically, I get called a bandwagon because the first team I chose when I started rooting for basketball was the 76ers.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a lot of backlash and hate for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I keep
and a lot of-
explaining to everybody, like, no, this is the first team I chose. I'm not a bandwagon.
Yeah.
Because, like, bandwagon to me means you jump ship from another team to root for a better team.
It's like saying you want to be
Yeah, like
a Heat fan. Or
Like,
something.
Yeah.
I'm into hockey. Like, if you went from the Islanders to the Rangers just because they were good this year, pretty much.
Exactly.
Right, kind of like Durant to the Warriors bandwagon. That's a bandwagon.
So true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, that is very true.
And you know what's also bandwagon too? Remember before the pandemic, camera people would catch people switching out hats and t-shirts.
Wait,
Like-
really?
Like,
Oh yeah.
Wait,
like-
really? I never saw
like
that.
those
Those
people,
switching out jerseys too. People had jerseys underneath jerseys.
those are the
Yeah.
lowest of the low.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like they see their team losing. Oh, all right, I'm putting this one back on. I'm putting this one. So it's like, oh, the Celtics are playing the Lakers. Oh, I'm a Celtics fan. No, I'm a Lakers fan. It's like, oh
Well-
my god.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that though, because like being a New Yorker, right? I've seen on Facebook, which I only visit once a day because I'm not really on that anyway. Like I saw New Yorkers who were Knicks fans congratulating Boston, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, like, and again with the topic of bandwagon, right?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
to me as a New Yorker, you have to hate Boston, New England automatically. You know?
Yeah.
So if you're a Knicks fan, okay,
Yeah.
you might not like Brooklyn, but you're not supposed to cheer for the enemy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's also a thing where I feel like some fans in general, I mean, there obviously are those certain fans that still like to get nasty or whatever, or they like to start picking fights with other fans. But I think in general, I think
Yeah.
people are starting to realize, like, I think the stereotype too is that people are like, oh, like, I get this all the time. Oh, KJ's a Philly fan. That means that he throws beer, he throws batteries.
Exactly.
People.
Bro.
I
Really?
literally have a podcast with a Giants fan. Like, no
Yeah.
offense, also, but like it shows.
Yeah.
It shows that I.
Another
don't
thing.
really- yeah. It
Another
shows
thing
that
is KJ's got a New York Mets fan sitting right here, and he's not trying to attack me.
Two of them.
Exactly.
Two of them. Yeah. Austin's a Met fan too.
So I think back to that, it's
That's
just
tough.
showing that it's just changing little by little, where we're all starting to just love. And I think COVID kind of helped out because we realized how much we like miss sports, and we
Yeah.
were really just watching a whole like documentary about something that happened in 1996. And I mean, don't get me wrong, that was freaking awesome. I loved what was it? The Last Dance? Yeah, Last Dance. That was an amazing documentary. But
Yeah.
at the same time, though, I think we all sort of realize, like, dude, we just miss sports. Like, I don't care what freaking team you root for.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? We just miss sports, and I think people are starting to realize that, and that's why it's starting to change a little bit. And maybe that's why some of the Knicks fans are actually congratulating some of the Celtics fans.
Yeah.
So that's where
mean,
I think
Sports
they might be
community.
doing that.
The sports
I mean,
community in general is changing.
I mean, I'm a really big Islanders fan now, and I'm congratulating the Rangers for their win over the weekend.
That was a crazy game.
Yeah.
I'm a Lightning fan.
I'm an Islanders fan. My dad, who's actually sitting right over here, is a Rangers fan.
Okay. I know he enjoyed that game. That was an overtime
Yeah.
classic right there.
I actually wanted the Rangers to win because I hate the Penguins. I wanted the Penguins to lose.
Yeah, because of Crosby, right? Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's actually
Islander
pronounced
fans, we call him
Cindy-
Princess Crosby.
It's actually
Oh.
pronounced Cindy Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Cindy
actually a new fan to NHL. As funny as it sounds, KJ can even vouch because he was there for it. I'm a Lightning fan. I don't know how I became one.
He just spun a wheel. He spun a wheel on this
wheel.
That's pretty much what I did for like. I pick 2 teams per league, pretty much to cheer for, like.
Right.
Like I picked the Mets and the Red Sox for baseball.
Mets and
Vancouver Islanders and the Canucks for hockey. The Giants and Bills for football. And for basketball, I had the 76ers, but I didn't have my second team. So I spun a wheel for all the West teams, and I got the Warriors.
Right.
Well, you know what? What you did makes valid sense, because when we talk about fandom, right? Yeah. Like, how people come about me like, oh, New Yorker, you should cheer for all the teams in New York City, whatever. Yeah. I believe that you should, and it's okay because it's America, right? We have freedom of choice. You could have 2 teams, per sport that you like. Yeah. So like for example, right? Like what you said with the Islanders and the Mets and Red Sox, for example, right?
Yeah.
Me as a Yankee fan, I will never cheer for anyone else in the AL East, right? Mm-hmm. But for the NL, I like the Dodgers.
Yeah, I was hoping you were gonna say the Phillies, but I get it.
Well, hey, don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna lie. I love Bryce Harper. His hair. When he hits the home runs,
I like Harper too.
When he goes like this, when he hits the home runs, Bryce Harper. Trust me, I was praying the Yankees would sign him, but they didn't.
Yeah, I was surprised when we got him. I was like, dude, how did the Yankees not get him? I was like, we got him. You're kidding me.
I was kind of wondering how the Mets didn't get him either.
Right.
2 words: Fred Wilpon.
Well, they're going now.
Steve Cohen, when Harper was a free agent, he was a Met, no doubt.
And I like vibing with you guys on the NHL because to some people, my skin color, it's like, what are you doing talking about hockey? And it's like,
I know, right?
It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. I mean,
it really doesn't matter.
Whatever sport you want.
It don't matter.
I mean,
you can be a fan of
there are African American hockey players, and I mean, it makes sense. Like, I mean, I think wasn't there a Bruins player that was like one of the best like ever as well, and he was African American. I'm trying to think his name, but he was good. I heard he was like a Hall of Famer as well.
Oh, what's his name? Willie O'Ree.
Was it him? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that who it was?
It was him.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I think with that stereotype, I think it's just. I think, you know what? Anybody can talk about it. It doesn't really. It is stupid how people say that stuff, though. I mean, it just is.
Well, it's kind of funny because again, one of my claims to fame is that I post TikToks based on what I watch. So that's why sometimes I add a little WWE pay-per-views only, and MMA pay-per-views only versus UFC fight night on Saturday, and when I started, I would try to watch, I watch the games, watch the highlights to hear how they pronounce the names. And of course, here come the haters. Oh, you're mispronouncing his name. And it's like, but who cares? Like,
who cares?
To go with you guys, like, I only do NHL playoffs because the action is so fast paced.
Yeah.
So I don't have an NHL team. But as you saw, I went to the NHL store,
Really?
Like, in New York, we got one.
Oh, they got one now. Yeah, it's new, right?
Especially with like the players from like Europe. Those players are really hard to.
I can't pronounce them. And
pronounce.
There's certain players.
I learned how to pronounce a lot of them.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Wait, like, whoops. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, because like as McCoy would know, I was telling people, hey, if there's downtime in the playoffs, like if it's a blowout or there's no game, watch an NHL playoff game because you cannot have an off day and skate on the ice. They will destroy you. They'll destroy you. Like NBA, you could see LeBron fall down and he'll stay on the other side of the court until the players come back on offense. You do that in hockey, you'll be in a stretcher.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Actually,
not anybody can play hockey.
Yeah.
Like these people on like ESPN's post when ESPN tweets about hockey, all these people come and say not a sport. I'm like, okay, buddy, you put on some skates.
I don't know.
You stand in a net and try to stop a 100-mile-an-hour puck.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and don't even get me started on the Winter Classic. That is the most
That's
beautiful.
insane, bro. I've been invited twice to go to that. Both
You got 2 invites?
I was invited by a friend when it was the Islanders and Rangers in Yankee Stadium.
Did you not go?
I didn't go though because my dad was in Vegas.
Oh my God!
Come on, Mr. Bear. Vegas.
Dude, I was invited to the Winter Classic when it was in City Field too.
Bro, actually, Alex, what is your NHL team? Is it Rangers?
Oh no, he said he doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have one.
So it's both Rangers and Islanders.
Yeah. I will say though that when I went to the first NHL store, which used to be around Rockefeller Center, I did buy a Columbus Blue Jackets. I brought an official puck.
Nice.
Because I like the logo. The logo was the Blue Jackets logo was so sick. I'm like, you know what? I'll buy that as a souvenir for myself. So I do have an official game puck, which I keep in my freezer.
Ooh,
so
cool.
when I see players, believe you me, when I froze it and pulled it out, I thought immediately, these guys get hit with this shit and still play?
Exactly.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Exactly. Hockey player gets hit in the face with a 100-mile-an-hour shot, gets right back up.
Yeah, they lose their teeth, they lose everything.
Yeah,
and when it was back in the 80s too, to be honest, like and 70s.
Back in the 80s, they had no helmets.
No helmets, no nothing.
No thanks. No thanks.
Yeah.
No helmets.
Crazy.
The goalies didn't wear as much padding as they do now.
I'm gonna get my head beat.
Yeah, I gotta give them a lot of props for that. So
hockey players, they get the beat.
And you know what? If I may add, I will say the only blemish on my resume with that is that I haven't caught the NHL's All-Star festivities. You know, like how the NBA has,
cool.
the NHL skill chat. I've got to see that. I keep missing it for some reason.
Yeah, I missed it this year too. Actually, I missed it this year.
Decent.
Yeah. Also, the All-Star game now is like a tournament now between each division.
Oh, really?
That's pretty cool.
The 2 Eastern teams and the 2 Western teams play each other, and then the 2 winners play each other in the final.
Hey, KJ, I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I share this comment?
This is a great question. I actually wanted to see if Lex would answer this. Okay, here it is.
There it is.
All right, so
it's for Alex.
He said, "Is Wayne Gretzky the greatest GOAT ever?" So what he means by that, so we've had this discussion on our Discord.
Yeah.
About if Wayne Gretzky is the better athlete than Michael Jordan. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know what? Wayne Gretzky is referred to as the great one, right? Before The Rock, it's Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to go with MJ because I've seen more of MJ than Wayne Gretzky.
Right. That's kind of where I come from too, as well. Like I've seen.
If you come from if you're a person like me, of course you say Gretzky, though.
Yeah, if you're a person like Matt, where you're a hockey
like
fan for the ages over.
But I'll tell you one thing though, that I mean, just how we were just talking about how like rough of a game hockey is, and I mean like how Lex was talking about the hockey puck and everything. Like, I mean that actually is that makes it a better argument for sure, because I mean like how hard of a sport it is for sure. But that question is just it's a classic question for us for sure.
Okay, yeah, I like it. It's a good one.
JJ said
7.
And you know what's also cool too is that the pace of the NHL playoffs is so fast that when they do score, you need that replay. And what I'm seeing a lot is that these guys,
you're like me. You're wondering how the hell did that go in?
Yeah.
Right. You're kicking. These guys are kicking the puck, hitting it with the stick, and their teammate is deflecting it into. I'm just like the hand-eye coordination. It has to be next level. It has to be. They're clearly playing, right?
Right. True.
Yeah. KJ would know this. It's way better going to a game than watching it on TV.
Honestly, it is. I went with Matt.
I took KJ to an Islanders game a couple months ago now.
Yeah.
I remember that TikTok. Yeah, because you were like, I had a good time, and thanks for inviting me. Okay, I remember seeing that.
It was awesome.
That was what's up.
Actually, what's it called? Speaking of,
it was pretty cool.
Flyers next year. Flyers Islanders. We gotta.
We're gonna plan on that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not
gotta figure out when it is though. Too.
I'm not too big of a Flyers fan because they piss me off a lot. But you know what? I'm gonna really try next. If they have a good year next year, I'm not saying like a bandwagon. Like I'm not saying that I'm being like that.
I mean, at least you're from Philly, so it clears out.
But I mean, like I gotta support the Flyers. So I mean, but they've just been total dog shit recently.
Wait, so KJ, what game did you go again? Was it Flyers?
We went against the St. Louis Blues versus the
Islanders.
Versus the Islanders, and this guy actually was the one.
Oh, there he is.
We'll bring him in here.
This
was the guy who was bragging to St. Louis fans.
Yeah,
telling them. James, you want to tell Lex what you were telling them?
Oh yeah, I was asking them where the Rams went.
Oh damn.
Yeah, every Blues fan he saw on the way out, he's like, "Where the Rams?"
He said, "Where the Rams go?" Like, Super Bowl.
That's definitely very ballsy. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. We got videos of it too. It was freaking hilarious.
AJ, give me a minute. I gotta take my hat off. It's hurting my head. Okay.
Oh no, you're good, man. No worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that might do it for now. I think we're probably going to probably end it here. But Lex, thank you for joining in.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, you want to? Do not say anything inappropriate.
No.
You will be banned. You will be banned.
You're thrown in the barricade. I swear to God.
No, it's actually about my father. He's in the hospital right now.
All right, prayers up to your father.
I heard you told me this morning.
Yeah, man. He hasn't ever since COVID started. He hasn't been able to get a lot of sleep, man. He's been getting like 3 hours of sleep a night, and lately he's been fainting.
Jeez.
And a few weeks ago he fell in the bathroom. He fainted, and then he fell against the sink, and he got this big bruise against on his side here, you know. And then
going out to you and your family.
Yeah, and then his leg, and then he also hurt his leg a few days ago. And he wasn't feeling good this morning, so he went to the hospital, and then they figured out he's got COPD and he's got a infection in his leg. He's just not really doing too well.
Jeez.
And they're going to run all sorts of tests on him to figure out why he's not sleeping. So
prayers out to you.
Prayers out to you and your family, James. Sorry to hear that, man.
Thanks, man. You met my father as well.
Yeah,
his father's cool.
Yeah, he is.
Funny guy. He's a funny guy for sure.
Yeah,
he was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, I hope he has a speedy recovery for sure. But
I hope so too.
But thank you guys for joining in. This is
Alexander, I just want to say it was a pleasure having you on tonight. I hope we can.
Yeah, thanks again, Lex.
We definitely got to kick.
Jessica, thank you for the invite. And will this be posted on YouTube? Is that where I will find it?
Yeah, this will be posted on YouTube.
It's going to be on YouTube, and I might even do it on my TikTok.
Yeah, I'm going to do a couple clips of some like good moments we had, and I'm going to post them on TikTok for sure.
By the way, check out my TikTok. I make like videos like after every Islanders game.
Matt is a legend for sure.
Yeah.
And
got you.
And even though I'm an Islanders fan, let's go Rangers in the playoffs because they're still New York. So you know.
All right.
Let's go Rangers.
Give
in
it
the
up.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Even though James was a Penguin bandwagon, we know that, James.
I was.
Yeah, it
KJ,
was.
But then I decided to root for the Blackhawks because they were in a different.
Okay, KJ, can we put these two backstage so we can finish?
Yeah, let's do that. So we'll bring
Let's
you
do
guys
that,
back.
Don't forget, check me out.
Go check
we'll bring
you
there. I just want to.
I got both of you guys.
They were in a different conference. That was it. That was what I was.
Right.
See you guys later.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just finish this. So Alexander, it was an honor to have you on. It was a pleasure. Appreciate you.
I thank you guys very much.
I followed you on TikTok, and you can find all my social links in my bio in TikTok. So
I'm gonna make that happen right after this.
Yes, I really appreciate it. And
my dog just decided to crash the party for some reason.
He wants treats.
Yeah, he does, I guess. Moose, what are you doing? You want to say hi, everybody? Hey, look. Want to say hi? Up here.
I guess Moose is taking the show over now.
You want to say hi?
I guess Moose is taking over now, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. So, but thank you again, Lex. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
Lex.
Keep on proving those haters wrong. The sheeples. Keep on proving them wrong.
And the ignorant masses and the media manipulation.
That's right. And
if I could give any thanks to you guys, again, just I see. I'm glad that you guys have created this and invited me, and it's good that we have a nice little ecosystem for content creators like ourselves to talk amongst each other, to build one another up. and just keep fighting the good fight. Because at the end of the day, always remember, we do need the haters to make us relevant and known.
That's right.
The haters always got to motivate us.
It gives you more attention. It actually does. That's the funny thing. People are like, "Oh, I got all these haters." You know what? It actually gives you more attention for sure. And I'm not saying you need more attention, but it's just like,
well, we do need more attention so you don't get up there. So
right, that's true. That's true. But
KJ
yeah,
and I
Lex,
have some good stuff in the works.
Total honor for sure. And hopefully we'll have you on again for sure. I mean, if you're down for it, we will have you on again. But
DM's always open.
What an honor. Guys, go follow Lex. If you're not following,
make sure you give him a follow. Yep.
You guys are crazy because this guy comes out with fire content every freaking day, and he works hard at it. He really does. So one of the most underrated TikTokers for sure. Lex Anderson, the legend himself. And guess what? He's better than Stephen A. Smith. He is, for sure.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you guys so much. We will
Thank you for listening. You guys take care and do the damn